I'm Mike Smallegan. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I lead a team, the Smallegan real estate team here in Grand Rapids. We actually cover Muskegon and Hastings, which are suburbs or close to Grand Rapids. We have 17 agents and 3 admin. And yeah, thanks for having me on your interview here.
Yeah, no, thank you, Mike, for joining me today, and congratulations on the growth of your team. So I know you've been a longtime client of ours. You may not remember the answer to this question, but do you happen to remember how you originally found out about Kee Technology?
Asking questions in the follow-up group, boss group, the success community, asking questions in there, and then your name kept popping up. I think it was wanting to figure out automations in the group, just trying to find a better way to use those, because I've actually been using Follow Up Boss longer than there's been automations. So I used to try to use Zapier and try to figure those things out, but you've made it really easy once Follow Up Boss came out with the automations on their own.
Yeah, that was a really cool feature when they released automations. It feels like it's been there forever, but yeah, I have a slight memory of it didn't used to exist. So that was a great feature they added. So can you dive a bit deeper into what your experience was with Follow Up Boss? What did you do in Follow Up Boss? Did you create any sort of your own setup or automations?
So I've been a Follow Up Boss user for about almost 10 years now. And prior to all the automations, what I was doing was using Smart Lists to kind of keep us on task. We weren't even using the dialer up until 2 years ago, and now we've really just started getting into that real good. And everyone on my team uses the dialer. And yeah, prior to the automations, it was pretty basic stuff: email templates and text templates and Smart Lists.
Yeah, very cool. That's a game changer for your team, I'm sure, to start using the dialer. So what ultimately led you to decide hiring us?
I mean, Follow Up Boss is such an important part of my business. And just having an outside set of eyes look at my setup and tell me what they can make improvements on was really what I was looking for in the beginning. But then once you did your revamp of my Follow Up Boss, it was a huge improvement. But then also like your guys' follow-up. So I love that you send us emails when you have some new tweak or addition, and ask us if you want us to, have that in our system. That's been huge too. I almost always say yes. And yeah, it's been a game changer for sure.
That's awesome to hear. So for those who don't know much about Kee Technology and Follow Up Boss, can you give a brief overview of the setup that we offer and what that entailed for your team?
So yeah, so Follow Up Boss is my CRM. I keep track of all of my clients, set up searches. I'm integrated with YLoco also. So I love that Follow Up Boss has the ability to integrate with so many different apps and different technologies all into Follow Up Boss, and it just makes it like one complete package. I think real estate is definitely an industry where there's always something else to add to your business, or somebody's trying to sell something to you. But I feel like I am with the best CRM. I love that it's always improving. They're always making additions. They're always adding something. And then adding your services, Kee Technologies. I love that when the stages change, the action plans change, that tags are added and removed. Removing tags, that's it seems silly, but just removing tags when stage changes, I think, is huge. And then I'm getting people that are responding to emails now, which that hasn't always happened, but they're responding to emails that I sent out, and I'm like, wait, I didn't type that. And it was an automation, right? They looked at a property on our website, and I sent them an email there was one about like having coffee sometime, and the guy was like, yeah, sure, when would you like to have coffee? And I'm like, I'm actually going on vacation next week, so I had someone on my team reach out. But yeah, just like, I mean, the emails are really good, and then there's the text templates, and then the automations are based on stages and tags, and some of the automations actually assign or create tasks to do for my team, and it just helps us really stay organized and on track with everything that we have going on. We have a database of almost 30,000 people, so to manage that, it's not an easy thing to do. But at first, honestly, it was a little nerving to say, hey, change whatever you want and just make it better, because I know how much work I put into it to start with. But just trusting the process and just trusting that it's going to work out in the end and it's going to be an improvement is my advice for anybody considering your services. Like there's going to be things that are different, but hopefully it's for the better.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That can be a very big fear with people of they've got their CRM, they know they aren't using it to the fullest potential, and they're trying to weigh the options of, do I keep using it like it is? Do I try to figure it out on my own? I'm afraid to give up control and trust someone else to do it. So thank you for touching on that. So I'm curious, since we provided this setup, have you onboarded any agents since then to now?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think you revamped my system almost 2 years ago. It's got to be pretty close to that. And we've grown from, I don't know, in 2017, 2018, we had 6 or 7 agents. Now we're up to close to 20.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that's like one of the common things I hear from the team is the technology that we have and the CRM that we have and how it's built out and the opportunities that are there. So it's something that like definitely has taken a lot of work, but it's really appreciated by the people that get to use it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on your growth. I had no idea it was that big from 6 to
Yeah,
only
they're all there.
20.
So we got,
Oh, yeah. Very
actually,
cool.
there's another row up there too. So
Those are really cool illustrations. Did you draw those, or did someone else draw those?
no, and I get a lot of comments on those. So that they actually were done by Fiverr. So another technology outsource company. I had take pictures of my team, and well, we took their pictures and then they turned them into cartoons. So yeah, it's leveraging people's skills, because we're not good at everything, right? So there's things that I'm good at that I can definitely do. There's people that are better at things than I am. So using people for not using, but leveraging, it's all the same word, isn't it? But having people do what they're good at.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. I hadn't seen that before to make it an illustration. So last question for you, Mike. There can be a common misconception. You touched on this a little bit earlier. There can be a common misconception that since we're not a recurring subscription model business, that we would essentially just set you up and leave you to your own, to figure it out on your own. Once we're paid, we're gone. So can you share a little bit about what our support has been like since we initially set up your account 2 years ago?
This might burn me a little bit, but I'm honestly surprised that you don't charge for a lot of the like follow-up and after the sale support that you've given. So you're quick to respond to emails. We get the emails about the new features that are added, like, hey, do you want to add this to your CRM? And like, I'm reading down the email out. Some of them I'm expecting a charge. There has been, I think, a couple that you've charged for, but it's always been a value.
I think that's a wrap. That answered all of my questions. Thank you so much.
Awesome.